महादेव 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 महादेव। ओम ओम यो ब्रह्माणं विदधाति पूर्वं यो वै वेदांश्च प्रहिणोति तस्मै तं हदेवमात्मबुद्धिप्रकाशम् मुमुक्षुर्वै शरणमहं प्रपद्ये। ओम शांति शांति शांति। ओम नमो ब्रह्मादिभ्यो ब्रह्म विद्या संप्रदाय कर्तृभ्यो वंशऋषिभ्यो महद्भ्यो नमो गुरुभ्यः। सर्वोपप्लवरहितः प्रज्ञानघनः प्रत्यगर्थो ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि ब्रह्मैवाहमस्मि। वेदान्तार्थविभासकाय गुरवे शान्ताय सन्न्यासिने नानावादीनगेन्द्रसङ्घपवये योगीन्द्रवन्द्याय च मोहध्वान्तदिवाकराय भगवत्पादाभिधां बिभ्रते तस्मै भाष्यकृते नमोऽस्तु सततं पूर्णाय बोधात्मने। सर्वतन्त्रस्वतन्त्राय सदात्माद्वैतवेदिने श्रीमते शंकरार्याय वेदांत गुरवे नमः। योऽवतीर्ण इहाचार्य रूपेण यतीनां मुदे श्रीमन्नारायणं वन्दे तं हरिं करुणानिधिं। मननाख्यं प्रकरणं वासुदेवयतीश्वरैः रचितं विस्तरेणाद्य संग्रहेण प्रकाश्यते। बालानाम् उपकाराय मम विज्ञानसिद्धये तत्र श्रीबालगोपाल कृष्णः सन्निहितो भवेत्। ननु सच्चिदानन्दपदानां भिन्नार्थत्वात् हस्तकरणपाणिवत् पर्यायत्वाभावात् तैः पदैः प्रतिपाद्यमानस्य आत्मनः वृक्षपत्र पुष्पफलरूपेण वर्तते इत्यत्र पत्रादिपदानां भिन्नार्थत्वात् तैः पदैः प्रतिपाद्यमानस्य वृक्षस्यैव स्फुटभेदेन भवितव्यम् इति चेत्, now the teacher made a declaration that Atma is Akhanda Vastu because there is no difference on account of Swagata, Sajati or Vijatiya Bheda. You remember it, this is a continuation. So he resolved this idea that there can be, or the doubt that there can be Swagata Bheda, because though different words are employed, all of them ultimately mean Atma. Whether you are going to say Brahma, you are going to say Sat, you are going to say Paramarthikaha, you are going to say Sakshi, Utastha, Prajna, so on and so forth. Whether Vidhi Mukhena, Nishedha Mukhena. No matter how positively you express or in negation you express, it all means the same one Atma. And therefore, there is no Swagata Bheda, no difference on account of any divisions in oneself. Okay? And that is your experience too, actually speaking. You know, it is not that I in the leg, me in the leg, and me in the head, or this is one whole me, one whole I. So there is no difference like that. Okay? Aham. So somebody touches your leg, hey, hey, taps you on the knee. Yes, you call me. Oh, no, no, not your head. I'm calling the eye in the knee. The knee should only turn to me. Why did the head turn? Is that something like that? No. And so that goes to say that there is no Swagata Bheda. Now he takes it a little further. Who he? Purva Pakshi, the opponent. He carries it. You have the book, Siddharth, something. No. He says, Nanu Satchidananda Padana. How is this Atma Satchidananda Vastu? So now, three different words are juxtaposed together to create a compound word. Sat, word A, Chid, word B, and Anand, the word C. So now you have three words which are juxtaposed together, and it creates a compound word. Satchidananda. Okay? Samasika padam. The car park. It is a compound word. There is a word car, and there is also park. But when they put together, it becomes one word, car park. Like that. So he says Satchidananda Padana. Now this has become one word, Satchidananda Padana, and so on and so forth. Satchidananda Padana Bhinnarthatva. So what do you gather by the word Sat? That what is not Asat. What do you gather by the word Chit? That what is not Jad. And what do you gather by the word Ananda? That which is not Dukkham. So thus, all the three words have their three different deliveries to give, right? And so Satchidananda Padana, Bhinnarthatva, they all have different arthas. Bhinnarthatva. We pay attention to this because there is a fault in the question. Fault in the question because the one has not, somebody has not understood, and hence the question. Okay. Bhinnarthatva. Now you have other words which are synonyms like hasta, kara, pani. All these words are what? Synonyms. Hasta means and kara means and pani means and you've heard this. Ni nahi, ni.
Like Dandapani.
Correct. Pani. Pani grahanam. Pani grahanam means
Marriage.
Marriage.
So when you're going to go and tell your girlfriend's father, you say, I want her hand. What? He should chop the hand and give you or what? I'm asking your daughter's hand in marriage. In marriage, you are going to ask for dowry also. I just hand. We will give you the whole thing. So, yatha bhinnarth. Hasta kara panivat paryayatva bhava. How are these words? They are paryayavachi shabdas. They're synonyms. But Satchid and Ananda, can they be replaced as paryayavachi shabdas as synonyms? No. Paryayatva bhava. So they are not paryaya for each other. And therefore paryayatva is absent over there. Paryayatva bhavat taihi padaihi pratipadyamanasya atmanaha. Now, according to you, every word means Atma. Now, even if you are going to consider just three words, Sat, Chid, and Ananda, now in these three words, though every word means Atma, yet they are not synonyms. And therefore, now we are left with just one option. You understand what is how he is trying to resolve it? They are not synonyms. Yet those words mean the same thing. Then now this will lead to what? For you to finally what do they call it? Distill it to Swagata Bheda. How come? You see. Though all of them ultimately mean Atma, yet वृक्ष वृक्षः पत्र पुष्प फलरूपेण वर्तते. How is that vriksha? How is a tree? That tree exists as a trunk, twigs, branches, leaves, flowers, roots, fruits, so on and so forth. Vrikshaha patra pushpa phalarupena vartate. Iti atra. In this case, what happens? Patradi padanam bhinnarthatvat. Now look at this. Patra means leaf, means a different thing than the fruit. Fruit is something different than the flower. Flower is different than the twig. Twig is different than the branch. Branch is different than the trunk. Trunk is different from the roots. Okay. So, patradi padanam narthatvat taihi padaihi. But all of them ultimately means pratipatyamanasya vrikshasya swagata bhedena bhavitavyam. Okay. It ultimately, though it, when you're going to touch the fruit, I'm touching the tree, you can still say. When you're going to touch the trunk, you can say, I'm touching the tree. When you're touching the branch, you can say, I'm touching the tree. With all this, you still can say tree. But all these padas have different objects. And similarly, and why is that so? Because they are not synonyms. If Satchidananda padas are not synonyms, and if they also mean Atma, then it is the similar case. And if it is the similar case, that means what? That there is Swagata Bheda. There is a difference on account of internal differences. Okay? Swagata Bheda. Iti Swagata Bhedena Bhavitavyam. Iti Chet. If this is the case, then so we are going to give you another example where three different words are there. They are not synonyms, and yet only one undivided object is meant by them. Okay? The whole thing is about how you understand. You see, this is not some mysticism. The whole thing is how is some vakyam understood? Because this is Upanishad vakyam, not some mystic game. I detest it. I seriously detest. You may not like this, even when I say, you're Mahatma, you should not detest it, all that. But I seriously detest it. You know why? When you, and this is a digression, but I'll tell you. When you say that it is mystical, what do you mean by mystical? Huh? It cannot be understood. Then why are you telling us? If it cannot be understood, why are you even telling us? Even before you told, I had not understood. And after you have told, now it is confirmed that I will never understand. That means what? That means that I was a fool before and I will remain a fool forever. So you're saying that I am a fool. That is what mysticism, the whole thing is. So where is it? कहाँ तुम सुनने वाले को प्रबुद्ध कहाँ कर रहे हो? तुम ये बोल रहे हो तुम मूर्ख हो और मूर्ख ही रहोगे, तुम अज्ञानी हो और अज्ञानी ही रहोगे. क्या है ये? तो फिर हम तुम्हें सुने ही क्यों? फायदा क्या हुआ तुम्हें सुनने का? यू सी क्या है? हाँ भास्कर, why the hell did I come to you? So not that. Over here, we have a vakyam of the Upanishad, and how it is understood is the only thing. How are you able to comprehend is the whole analysis. That's why it is Uttarmimamsa. It is an analysis. And it is an analysis of the Uttara Bhaga of Veda. That Uttara Bhaga is called as Upanishad. That's why it is called as Uttarmimamsa. Ah, okay. So all these mysticism things and all, those who like it, they can keep it. But I detest, we distance ourselves from it. The moment anything becomes mystical, I sense a red flag. Not a red rag. If it is a red rag, then I'll have to rush like a bull. Just a red flag, don't go there. Now, Satchidananda Padas are not synonyms. Then, then, sir, then we somewhere will have to admit that there is Swagata Veda. You understood the question? So now, iti chet, if this is your doubt, then shruno, listen. Lohitoshta prakasho deepaha. How is the flame? Lohitoshta prakasha. Lohita means red. Hot and light. Lohitoshta prakasha. How is that? How is the flame? Bright, red, and hot. Are these three? There are three words. So now these three words have in Sanskrit they have gone to become Lohitoshta prakasha deepaha. So they have become a compound word. They have they are sitting together as one word, and so it is a compound Lohitoshta prakasha. Now, is Lohita a replacement to Prakasha? Is Prakasha a replacement to Ushna? All three have different deliveries, yet it means one flame. Does that create any Swagata Bheda in it? Is the flame made of three parts? And so that's why that what is partless also can be brought under this through a sentence. So लोहितोष्ण प्रकाशः दीपः इति अत्र यथा दीपस्य स्वगत भेदो नास्ति. Right? How did he express the doubt? Through a example, through a sentence. And therefore, how would be the reply? Through yet another example, which is also a sentence. And when you are going to provide an example, the rule is that Ubhaya parties Vipati should be there to it. Huh? Ubhaya Paksha Sammatam. Drishtanta, an example, should be acceptable to both Purva Paksha as well as the Uttara Paksha. Then only it becomes an example. Otherwise, Ek Pakshi ho jayega, and that is not example. You understand? So, and he brought an example with her as a sentence. Hmm? How is Vriksha? वृक्षः पत्र पुष्प फलरूपेण वर्तते. Then another vakyam. लोहितोष्ण प्रकाशः दीपः. ठीक है? You understand? So इति अत्र यथा दीपस्य स्वतो भेदो नास्ति एवं तथा. Evam means so also. Satchidananda Rupa Atma Ityatvapi Swagata Bhedo nasti. Sir, don't think that you have just used another sentence and you have put my mouth, stitched my mouth. Then if this is the case, then the vakyam which I brought to you, what was that? Patra pushpa phala rupena vrikshaha vartate. Even in that case, then I say that there is no swagata bheda. Then prove in my sentence that there is no swagata bheda of that internal differences in the tree. If there are no internal differences, but there are different words, then that will mean what? They are synonyms, but are they synonyms? Is patra a synonym to pushpa? Is pushpa a synonym to phalam? No. न च तर्हि पत्र पुष्प फल रूपो वृक्षः इत्यत्रापि स्वगतभेदो न स्यात् इति वाच्यम्। तत्र वृक्षस्य सर्वस्यापि पत्रादिरूपत्वं नोच्यते। एकस्मिन् प्रदेशे पत्ररूपः, एकस्मिन् प्रदेशे पुष्परूपः, एकस्मिन् प्रदेशे फलरूपः इति उच्यते। अतः तत्र स्वगतभेदो अस्ति। See, there is swagata bheda in vriksha. There is swagata bheda in vriksha. Why? In one desha of the vriksha, one part of the vriksha of the tree is called as patra. Yet another part of the tree is called as pushpa. Yet another part of the tree is called as phalam. So, ekasmin pradeshe pushparupah, ekasmin pradeshe phalarupah iti uchyate. फलरूपेणापि वृक्षः एव वर्तते, पत्ररूपेणापि वृक्षः एव वर्तते। तदपि एकस्मिन् देशे फलः इति तद् वृक्षः एव उच्यते। वृक्ष ओनली इज देयर। सो इति अतः तत्र स्वगत भेदो अस्ति। That's why we admit that there is swagata bheda in that case. So we are not going to say that there is no swagata bheda even in that your earlier statement. We are saying there is swagata bheda. So your example, the vakyam that you have brought is good, but it is not applicable here. Why is that not applicable here? Because Atma is Akhanda Vastu, and in Akhanda Vastu, yet there can be a compound word, and though these words, the words which have gone to become a compound, may not be synonyms, yet it does not show any differences. Yet it does not show any. That is what we want to say. So we are not saying that Swagata Bheda itself is not there. Swagata Bheda is not there in Atma. That is it. It is there in Vriksha. That's okay. So, Ataha Sachidananda Rupa Atma iti atra sarvamshena api Atmanaha Sachidananda Rupatvasya Pratipadyamanatvat. Sarvamshena प्रतिपद्यमानत्वात् लोहितोष्ण प्रकाशो दीपः इति सर्वांशेन लोहित उष्ण प्रकाशत्वेन प्रतिपाद्यमानस्य दीपस्य एव स्वगत भेदो नास्ति. Okay, so what example goes to what vakyam goes to become an example for Sachidananda vakyam? Lohitoshna prakash deepah, not that earlier one. That vakyam is fine, but where with that object which has swagata bheda, that which does not have swagata bheda, you cannot say that there is a swagata bheda because there are three different words which have gone into become a compound word. Okay, so swagata bhedo nasti. Evam shrutihi. So also the shruti. Shruti means Vedavakya, Upanishad Vakyam directly. Atma sadrupaschidrupaha anandarupaha iti punapunaha kimartham upadishati. Acha, if this is the case, then why again and again Shruti has to tell? Why Shruti has to tell again and again? Sadrupaha, Chidrupaha, Anandarupaha. Then just say Sadrupaha and that is okay. But that is also not okay because they are not synonyms. Eke naiva upadeshana. Why not? This is it. Because there are different brahmas. because there are different errors about the same thing. And that's why we have to employ three different sentences. Chidrupahatma, Sadrupahatma, Anandarupahatma. They are not three different Atmas. Or they're not even three differences in the same Atma. Okay? Iti punapana punapunaha kimartham upadishati. Why does the Shruti again and again have to say like this? Ekenaiva upadeshena atmanaha shatum shakyatvat iti chet. If told once, we still will understand. So this sentence, the doubt that he has packed two things together in this one doubt. Why again and again it has to be told? A. Why in different ways it has to be told? You understand? And both of them have one reply. Do you see two questions there or not? There are two questions. Okay. One question is Atma Satrupaha, Chidrupaha, Anandarupa. Three different Upadeshas are there. Okay. And three are regarding whom? Atma. So now three Upadeshas about the Atma only. So it is Atma, Atma, Atma. Punaha is there or not? Paunaf Punyam is there. Means repetition is there. Upadesh about whom? Are bhaiya, are bhaiya, are bhaiya. Got it? So there is why again and again about Atma only. And even if it is said Sachidananda, and again, oh, in first chapter, second chapter, third chapter, 10th chapter, what Atma is Sachidananda? Atma is Sachidananda. Whether different example, but then it is the same thing. But in different, you understand? Punapunaha is with regards to these three, as well as even if it treated as one compound word, again and again, why? So there are these two questions packed together. ठीक है अंबिका? हाँ. Then पुनः पुनः किमर्थम उपदिशति? Why? No. Oh, another question: why should there not be paunah punyam? Why should there not be the repetition? Because if told once, it can be understood. What is the need to tell again and again? It is irritating, or it could be boring. We are not worried about boring because this is not entertainment. Upanishad is not entertainment. मैंने आप लोगों को कहा ना महाराज जी का एक सेंटेंस. Somebody asked Maharaj ji, when you see the Shloka, तो आपके मन में क्या बात आती है? Because, when a speaker sees the hall full, delighted, now I will enthrall them. I will captivate them. Okay? Somebody asked, because Maharaj ji was already, a figure to reckon. Then, Vidwan like a Mahamatsya in the Shastra. So, Maharaj's reply was, I see, पहला विचार ये आता है कि ये प्रबुद्ध कैसे हो. It's not captivating. It is not about enthralling. It is not surprising you. It is not holding you with wonderment. It is not holding your attention. If the speaker thinks about holding the attention, then he's attention seeker. And if he wants to fill you with wonder, then he should go and sit in the Ripley's. No, he doesn't want to startle you. He says, प्रबुद्ध हो मतलब कि सामने वाला बात को कैसे समझे, whole effort is about श्रोता प्रबुद्ध कैसे बने. See, there is a difference between a teacher and an entertainer. Teacher is different. Teacher की concern is different concern. ये गुरु है कि तुम इस बात को कैसे समझोगे. He is not worried whether you will remember me, follow me or not. Go, समझ गए, जाओ, you're free. तुम्हें बांध के नहीं रखना है. If that thing is that you should be mine, then this fellow is, he has some sort of an insecurity he wants to find. ये नहीं है. तुम समझो. तुम जब तक समझते नहीं हो और तुम्हारे भीतर जिज्ञासा है, तब तक के तुम्हारा मेरा ये संबंध बना रह सकता है. अन्यथा उपयोग क्या है इस संबंध का. You see, so over here, एकेनैव उपदेशेन आत्मनो ज्ञातुं शक्यत्वान्. So if you can understand in one go, good. Then if I can understand in one go, why again and again? Why again and again? इति चेत् शृणु श्रुतेस्तात्पर्यं ब्रवीमि. Now I will tell you the tatparyam of Shruti. What do you mean by tatparyam? Vakturichha tatparyam. That vakta meaning the teacher here, or any vakta for that matter, when he speaks, he has some intention with which he has spoken. Now, over here, that vakta's intention we hold that he has a delivery of something to give. He wants you to understand something. So now he is going to employ the words for you to understand. Correct? So through those words, you are going to understand what he wants to give. They'll give. Correct? So Tatparya means Vaktur Ichha. Vaktur Ichha is not seeking attention, seeking all this thing. That is not, he is not that Vakta that we are saying. Huh? Huh. So Vaktur Ichha Tatparyam. Whose Tatparyam the teacher is declaring that I will give you? Shrute hai, of the Shruti. Shruti मतलब वेद. वेद मतलब यहाँ पे उपनिषद. श्रुते है ना. But Shruti is not a vakta. Shruti is Shabda itself. If there is a vakta, that vakta will have Shabda. Correct? But Shruti is not a vakta. Shruti is Shabda. Now, how can that be Vaktur Ichha over here? Ichha is possible in case of a person. The person will have Ichha, a desire. Why Shruti will have a desire? So over here, that Tatparyam means that those words have a purpose. Understanding the purpose of those words, now you will understand it. So therefore, words have their meanings, their own meaning. You don't have to give any meaning to the Shruti. That's why over here, this is not interpretation of Upanishad. We are not interested in anybody's interpretation. Interpretation is you're filling colors to it. As children, we used to have those color books. So, there is a sunflower. If you want to make a sunflower black, absolutely you can make. And still call it sunflower. Why? My choice. This is how I want to see sunflower. But sunflower is not black. So what? My book, my crayons. My father purchased both these things. Who are you? You know what happened in our school on Gandhi Jayanti Day? There was this inter-school competition when we were asked to draw Mahatma Gandhi, and we should draw Mahatma Gandhi, and also each one of us has to be very kalpak. They have to give a slogan for Mahatma Gandhi. Then our friend, his grandfather of that generation, so they had seen Mahatma Gandhi. So he told his grandson, my friend, that Mahatma Gandhi was dark, Indian color, na? So Mahatma Gandhi was dark. So he came and thinking, he came, he drew Mahatma Gandhi with chashma and everything, and he painted the whole thing black. Yeah, now it looks strange. And then slogan, what to do? So he wrote the slogan, Hutatma ka Bhutatma. This is not interpretation because those words have their specific meaning and your responsibility is to understand that. Your responsibility is not to give it meaning. And that's why we are not interested in anybody's interpretation. So Shankaracharya's Bhashya is not an interpretation of the Upanishad. He is simply allowing you to understand this is what is delivered by those words. And this is what is his greatness. Tatparyam only. Oh, if he can say like that, we will also say something like that. India is a democratic country. So just because India is a democratic country, will you start calling rose as coconut from tomorrow? Huh? Just try doing that from your home only. Try calling your father, mother. Huh? Mummy aa gayi, mummy aa gayi. But your coconut will only break. So, no. So, the Shrutehe Tatparyam Bravimi. Kathamiti chet, how, sir? How? So now, even to understand that Tatparyam, there is a method. So, Tatparyam Bravimi. How? Now he brings you that Tatparyam. Atmanishtham Sattvam Jagati. What has happened is, now between Atma and Anatma, there is a unholy exchange that is happening. What is it? That Atma is seen as Anatma, Anatma is seen as Atma. That's it. That is all what is happening. Okay? Just as the rope is seen as the snake. What you are seeing is rope, but what you are experiencing is snake. So your experience can be erroneous. And therefore, Atmanishtham Sattvam Jagati. Sattva means existence. That existence belongs to Atma and it is seen in the world, and that's why Ghatosti, Patosti, Asti, Asti, Asti Rupeda. Atmanishtham Sattvam Jagati. Chitvam Jadeshu Buddhyadishu. The consciousness is also nature of Atma, but it is seen as the nature of body, mind, senses, and buddhi. Isn't it? When you say I am conscious, the body, mind, senses, etc. You mean by that. And therefore, chitvam jadeshu. Jadeshu matlab kahan pe? हाँ बुद्ध्यादिषु इति आनंदत्वम. Ananda is also nature of the self, but where is it seen? Right from everywhere, from sep santra anar to stri putradi, है ना? So putra bharyadishu cha jagannishtham. So this is one part. Another part is jagannishtham asatvam. Like the snake does not have its own existence, but when you experience how, what is your experience? Snake is. That isness belongs to the rope, but where is it seen? In the snake. Isn't it? That isness means reality, real existence. To that isness belongs to what? What is? Rope. Why? Because that snake is not there in all the three periods of time. Because that rope was never a snake, will not be a snake, and is not a snake. So snake, really speaking, does not have existence in all the three periods of time. That is what we have seen before. Avidyamanam. Okay. So asatvam, that belongs to that snake. Like that, even this asatvam belongs to Jagat, Anatmavastu. Anatmavastu means that what is not I. That what is not I. The moment you recognize something as not being I, you call it as world. Okay? As long as a chapati is sitting in your plate, it is as long as you do not identify it as I, you will call it as world. The moment you masticate and it goes and assimilates in the body as blood and bones and all that, that becomes, when it comes into the orbit of whatever you call as I, it doesn't remain world. Now anything beyond this is world. But this is I. And beyond this epidermis, the world. So what do you call as world? That what is not I is world. So anatma is naturally recognized by you as jagat. So also when you defecate, so that chapati which was there in the plate now has gone out. Now what do you call it as I? What is sitting in the pot? That not me. Flush it. You see. So jagat means what? That what is anatma. Anatma vastu. Then this Sattvam belongs to Atma and it is seen in Anatma. Just as the reality, Sattvam belongs to the rope, but it is seen where? Belonging to the snake. So Jagannishtham Asatvam, and Asatvam belongs to that snake, Jagat. Now it is seen as in Atma, how it will, he will come to. Buddhyadi Nishtam Jaratvam. पुत्र भार्यादिनिष्ठम दुःखत्वम च सच्चिदानंदात्मनि च परस्परम वैपरीत्येन अविद्यया आरोपितम is superimposed. But why this superimposition is also happening? Why is this superimposition happening? Why is the reality of the rope seen in the snake and then the snake is seen as is existing? The existence of the rope is seen in the snake, and then what do you call the snake as? Is existing. How come? How is that happening and why is it happening? And so Vaiparityena avidyaya aropitam. So also that snake is not there in all the three periods of time, but presently now The rope is not there, snake is there. So a sattvam of the snake is superimposed on the rope. Sattvam of this rope is superimposed on the snake. Viparityana. Bilkul. Viparityam means opposite. How does this happen? And then the what is the culprit? Because of what? Avidyaya, because of ignorance. So you're not saying, oh, God did it. What God did it, Saturn did it, not nonsense. It's just happening because of ignorance. Because of ignorance. Oh, then God must have created ignorance. Oh no, God also does not create ignorance. Nobody creates ignorance because ignorance cannot be created. Right? Can ignorance be created? Ignorance cannot be created. And so, parasparam vaiparityena avidyaya aropitam. Then, ataha sarvam jagat satyam. So, that vaiparitya is how is your anubhava now you see. Sarvam jagat satyam buddhyadayaschetanaha. This is what is called as the conscious being. The body mind complex is the conscious being. This is what I am. This is what is the meaning of I. What? Body mind complex. So, buddhyadayaschetanaha putra bharyadayaha anandarupaha. Bharya means no going there. You don't say that. You give simple example, the arm, angur, and all that you say. Now, what can I do? Now the author has written. I'm sorry. So, I mean, how will you know you are not married? I don't have married to know that. Yeah. You know, somebody, if you learn from somebody else's experience, is wise. Na? Putra bharyadayaha anandarupaha iti. What is that? Vaiparityam. Putra bharyadayaha anandarupaha. One fellow came to me, he got married. I said, why are you marrying so late now? Oh, Swamiji, there is a joy of becoming father. I said, this late? Then when you have to, want to rest and you can't run around behind the bicycle. Huh? And the father has to train his son or daughter or whosoever, apatyam, to ride the bicycle. He has to run behind it, na? Goat pakad ke. Now this, by the time he has only come to the park, the son has not even, landed on the bicycle. He's already actually there back there. This joy of being a father. So what? Putra bharyaadayaha ananda rupaha. Then your vaiparitya anubhava, this is about jagat, anatma vastu. How is that anatma vastu anubhava of yours? Ah, sarvam jagat satyam buddhyadayaschetanaha putra bharyaadayaha ananda rupaha. What is your anubhava about atma? Because this is vaiparitya should be there. Aham nashvaraha. Aham nashvaraha is there or not? Swamiji, we are there only for limited time on this earth. Please, allow, don't waste our time. We have limited time. We should be enjoying Nashvaraha. So, Aham Nashvaraha, Aham Jadaha. And what is this I after all? Nothing but just mixture of some chemicals. है ना? अहम नश्वरः, अहम जडः, अहम दुखी, perpetually. No matter what happens, I'm dukhi ever. If you are not dukhi now, you at least are going to imagine, oh, I will become dukhi. So, aham dukhi teacher paribhramanti. And this is what is called as paribhramanam. Sheshastu brahmanilaye paribhramantaha. This itself is paribhramanam, getting lost. This is what is called as getting lost. Getting lost means not simply, hey, he's a space cadet, does not know what he's doing. Huh? What is getting lost? These six things. Sarvam Jagat Satyam, Buddhyadayaschetanaha, Putrabharyadaya Ananda Rupaha, Aham Nashvaraha, Jadaha, Aham Dukhi. Iti. This itself is getting lost. Etad bhranti nivrittaye. And in order to remove this error, this bhranti, in order to remove this error, etad bhranti nivrittaye, matribhuta shruti jivan prati upadeshati. Now, for whom is this upadesha? Those who are, those for he who is lost. Who has reached the destination, उसके लिए तो उपदेश नहीं हो सकता ना. Now, he who is away from Rishikesh, you can tell him that go this way, Rishikesh. He who is in Rishikesh, what are you going to tell? How to reach Rishikesh? So the thing is that you have actually arrived where you have, because you are already a Brahma. You are, even in this avidya dasha also, you are Brahma only. The thing is that you just don't know. And that's why, what is the way to go? Only one way. And that is to know. And hence the Upadesha. Hence the Upadesha in many ways. Because there are several Bhrantis. And that's why you live under several complexes about yourself and the world. And therefore, for every Bhranti Nivritti, you require an Upadesh every time. And that's why Puna Punaha Upadeshti. The question was, why is there Puna Puna Upadesha? Because this is how you are. That's why it becomes valid. Puna Puna. Kathamiti Chet. How does Shruti do the Upadesha? Kathamiti Chet. Oh, now he does a little dramatization. Hey Jivaha, यूयं सच्चिदानन्दरूपाः एव इति बोधनार्थम् आत्मा सद्रूपः न अनृतरूपः चिद्रूपः न जडरूपः आनन्दरूपः न दुःखरूपः इति तद्भ्रान्ति निवृत्त्यर्थं बोधयति इति जानीहि. हे शिवाः, डंके की चोट पे there is a declaration. There is one word called as Vedanta Dindimaha. Dindima means Danka. Yeah, it is an announcement. छाती ठोक के. यूयम सच्चिदानंद रूपः. You are what? सच्चिदानंद रूप. आत्मा सद्रूपः. This Atma is sadrup, na anrita रूपः. Okay? Not what is false in appearance. Everything appears on this Atma and to this Atma. because this Atma simultaneously is the Adhishthanam as well as the Prakashak. So appearance, for appearance to be there, it requires a substratum. And for an appearance, it also, the prerequisite is that of something that illumines it. So this Atma is Adhishthanam as well as Prakashak. And so Sadrupaha, na not an appearance, na Anrita Rupaha. You do that, na? Ritam Vadishyami, Satyam Vadishyami. That Ritam word, when prefixed with a negative, this thing prefix, how will it be? Anritam. An. Wherever there is the word begins with a vowel, the negative prefix will be an. If it is a vowel and what? Consonant, then etc., etc. can go. Huh? Ritam is, re is what? Vowel, and so that negative particle will be an. So what would the word will become? Anritam. Ritam means satyam. Anritam means false, an appearance. So therefore, Atma Sadrupaha na Angritarupaha. Now you try to prove to the world that how good you are. Nobody really agrees. Don't stay under this wrong impression that you have convinced others that how good you are. Nobody really accepts it. What are they going to say? It is an appearance. You are saying your badness is an appearance and you really are not. What are they saying? That you are really bad and your good behavior is only an appearance. Isn't it? So you be as kind as you want, but yeah, इसके पीछे कुछ तो जरूर है. So they are saying that is an appearance. You are saying this is an appearance. And really speaking, both of you are right, because both of these are appearances only. And that's why if you put yourself into this job of proving that this is real, then where are you going to prove that what is an appearance is real? छोड़ो, अब देख लो अपने को. And so now Sadrupaha Atma Sadrupaha na Andratarupaha Chidrupaha na Jadarupaha Anandarupaha na. Even these small sparks of joy are nothing but like, like the sun in the rainy season for a moment appears behind the clouds and shines. So it is not because that the clouds are sending the light. Sun is shining. This is extra enthusiasm 2 minutes before. And so Chala. So sun is, the clouds are not creating light. The light is already there. Like that, this putra, bharya, sep, santra, all these things are not bringing you joy. The joy is there of Atma for a moment when these clouds of desires and all this vivanchana part, the joy flashes. But what are you saying? The joy belongs to sep, santra, angur and all that. You see. And so, na dukkha rupaha ananda rupaha iti tad bhranti nivrityartham bodhayati iti jane. Know that in order to remove this bhranti, the shruti punah punaha upadishati atma satchidanandaha iti, because there are these different bhrantis. You see, at least we have counted six, and all the bhrantis belong to this. They're in different six things in different ways. Okay, and these are all our complexes. All complexes. Whether you call superiority, inferiority, no matter what complex you live with. This is it. So thus, iti bodhanartham shruti. Shruti gives the supadesha. Iti jani. Whatever is there, tomorrow perhaps we should do the last class, but there are few pages left. So as much as we are able to cover, uh, tomorrow is 6th. Okay, 6th and 7th. 7th also we can do. Okay, 2 more days. All right. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamad